Cook, I'm going to start with you. You and your children moved in to Mr. Allison's home in what month and year?
We officially moved everything in July of 2018.
Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you own this home?
I do, Your Honor.
How many children do you have?
I have 3 children.
And in what month did Mr. Allison leave the house as a result of the order of protection that you filed?
That was in December of 2018.
So you had lived there a total of 5 months
Yes, Your
with your
Honor.
children?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is what the case is about. You and Mr. Allison had an argument. The argument became a physical argument. At some point, you went to court and filed for a protective order against him.
Yes, Your
Is that
Honor.
right? And at the time that you filed for a protective order against Mr. Allison, you were not, in fact, in the home. You were not, in fact, in the home. You had left the home with your children.
Mr. Allison changed the locks to the home that we were living in.
Ms. Cook, let's be clear. At the time you filed for a protective order against Mr. Cook, after this argument, you and your children were not living in the home.
Yes, Your Honor.
How long had you not been in the home? Number of days or more?
3 to 4 days, Your Honor.
And where were you living for the 3 or 4 days with your children?
We had to reside at a hotel.
Where had you been living before you moved in with Mr. Allison?
I had a residence in Collinsville, Illinois.
You rented a place?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So what I want to see is your application for a protective order, which you got ex parte, which means you went by yourself, because whatever order you requested, somehow a judge excluded Mr. Allison from his own home.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I would like to see why, because that's what this case was about. This case is about the fact that you and the plaintiff had a fight. Nothing good about that. You had been living together for 5 months. It wasn't that you knew each other for years before that. You had been actually living together for 5 months. And you, according to you, had a life before that. You lived with your children. You had a residence. So now the relationship is over. And I'm not quite understanding why you think you had the right to go back and stay in that home and exclude Mr. Allison.
Your Honor, the judge, whenever I got the emergency order protection, gave me possession. I never asked for it.
Well, that's what I want
granted.
to see. That's what I want to see, because there's something that sounds markedly unfair to me. Doesn't it sound unfair to you to put someone out of their home for, I don't know, 3 months or more? Mr. Allison says that when he got back, there were things missing from the house that belonged to him, and that's what the case is about. So I would like to see your application for a protective order. Okay. The order was in December of 2018. On what date did you finally get back into your house, Mr. Allison?
Your Honor, I regained full access, unfettered access to my home on the 30th of March.
Did you ever have a hearing on this order of protection?
Ma'am, we had many hearings, Your Honor.
How was it finally resolved? Is there a final order of protection is the question?
Yes.
Can I see a copy of that?
Yes, Your Honor. And I do have 2 amended OPs as well, if you'd like to see those.
Yes. How many hearings did you have?
Everything said and done, I'd say...
How many hearings did you have, Ms. Cook?
4.
I would say around 6 hearings, Your Honor.
Did you have an attorney?
No, Your Honor, I did not.
Oh, so he granted. It was filed on December 17th, where the judge granted exclusive occupancy to you of the
Yes, Your Honor.
premises. And then there's some kind of scribble here. Is this the way they do that there?
Yes, Your Honor.
For 4 months, until April 17th.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you pay all of the utilities on the residence starting in December?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. And I even
Until
paid,
when?
Until I moved out, and I even paid back utilities that Mr. Allison had failed to pay.
Whatever. You paid the utilities. That was ordered by the judge, because evidently he went a little crazy. Now that I have a picture of what was going on here, I'd like you to tell me what damage to the property do you allege, and what property do you allege she took without your permission?
So when I first gained access to the house, that would have been on March 29th, virtually everything was gone. My furniture, my televisions, stuff that I collected in active duty.
Did you get them back?
I did at the last moment.
How did you get them back?
I filed for a motion with the order of protection judge, and the judge ordered that she return my possessions within 7 days.
Where did you take his possessions?
They were our possessions, and our stuff was all mixed into 3 different storage units over a time span of going back and forth in the relationship.
You moved into his house in July. When you moved into his house, was his house furnished or not furnished?
Semi.
Okay.
We collected.
When you moved out on March 29th, did you take some of his furniture?
No, I did not take any of his furniture when I moved out on March 29th.
Did you take his furniture at any other time prior to March 29th?
There was a couch set and that we had gotten, and there was a bedroom set that he had given my daughter, which he has back.
So you took furniture and you returned it.
I did not take furniture that was not partly mine.
What are you alleging, sir, that she took of yours that you still don't have?
There are a lot of things that can't be.
Look at me.
Yes, Your Honor.
You want to tell me what you're alleging that she took of yours that you didn't get back?
Of a monetary value would be a Roku stick.
What is that?
It plugs into the television so that you can watch Netflix and whatnot.
Next.
Next. A personal hair trimmer.
Next.
I understand. It's right.
I mean, I actually think that some judge gave her the opportunity to stay in your home. I can't go beyond that. Do you understand that, Mr. Allison? Okay. So I'm not going beyond that, and you've already had hearings on that. So I'm not entertaining the part of your case that deals with filing for a false restraining order. So your case has two parts to it. The first part of your case is items that you allege that she took that you didn't get back. And so far I'm hearing a lot of nonsense. You want to tell me if there's anything important that you didn't get back, not your hair trimmer?
The most important thing would be my washer and dryer set that I bought in November. It was $1,284.
I'd like to see the bill. Washer and dryer, did you take it?
That was returned to the store, Your Honor.
It was what?
It was returned to the store, Your Honor.
Why was it returned to the store?
Because we'd separated and the washer and dryer was bought with my money.
Just a second. So you bought it, you used it for 4 months, and is what you're telling me the store gave you your money back?
Your Honor, it was not used for 4 months and it was returned.
No. Was it installed in the house?
They delivered it to install it, yes.
Was it installed in the house?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you use it to wash clothes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then the store didn't take it back and give you money?
Yes, Your Honor, they did.
Prove it. Prove it to me. Prove it to me that the store... I'll wait right here. Go get somebody at the store to tell me that they gave you back the money for the washer and dryer after you used it. I don't care if you used it for a month. You get where I'm going?
I do.
Good. $1,283.74. That's the washer and dryer.
Yes, Your Honor.
Next.
As far as property, monetary value.
Property. Washer and dryer is property.
That was by far the biggest one.
Okay, then let's move on.
Okay.
Now you say that there was damage to the home. I'd like to see photographs of the damage.
Mind you, one of those pictures, Your Honor, is the storage unit that my items were in.
I don't know what this is.
Those are door handles that were ripped off, Your Honor. Ripped off of one was the bathroom closet door, the other was the guest bedroom door. There were holes punched in the door and patched over.
How did the window get broken?
We had a really long windstorm for a few days that continued, and the back door, it doesn't close all the way, and the wind caught it, and it ended up breaking the glass.
May I see either the bill or the invoice for fixing it?
I don't have that, Your Honor.
Well, how am I supposed to make a determination of how much it cost to fix it?
I suppose you can't.
Suppose not. Okay, so we have $1,283. You have a counterclaim. Return of funds for renovation. What is that for?
The return of funds that Mr. Allison kept of mine.
$1,200, what did I say? $83.74. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Honor,
We're finished.
I would like to ask that my daughter is able to come out here and testify as well, because my countersuit involves more than just money.
We're done. $1,283.74. We're finished.
Excuse me. Step out.